Alright, so last episode started by making a big signing of Rio Ungama, which joining from Liverpool to be a backup left mid since Belgrade was wanting to leave, but brought him in to be the backup to Yarrow. We then took on Newcastle in a game where we opened up the game with a bunch of chances here. We couldn't score though, but just before the half-time break, Omega would get through and finally break the deadlock here at the game. We were dominating and pick up the result in that one. Against Aston Villa, we did the same. We were dominating this one, but we got a goal fairly early on in this one, and just before the half-time break, Omega would continue his goal-scoring form with a great finisher into the top corner, making it 2-0. And then the second half would add to the scoreline with Vimmer making it 3. And I believe that was the final goal of that game. No, we got more. Okay, there's maybe a fourth here where Vimmer scored a great goal there to make it 4-0 here to us. And that would probably be the last one of that one. We then took on Chelsea here in the final of the Carabao Cup, I do believe this is, where we opened up the score. We then went on level here with Joao Pedro. And then in the second half, I believe, I think this is the second half, we then went forward and Omega would score a fantastic goal to make it 2-1 to put us back ahead. A great finisher into the top corner to see us win the Carabao Cup, as you can see right there. But that wasn't it for yesterday's episode, I do believe. I think we had another game after this one. Yes, we do, in the FA Cup against, I can't see the team here, against Man United, I do believe. And this game was a very easy game for us to win. As you'll see, we were rampant in this one against United here, making it 2-0, and adding a third with Minter there, getting a goal to make it 3-0, and wrapping up the game, I do believe. Let's get into today's episode, which should be a big one and more trophies to hopefully to win. And well, for the start of today's episode, it's going to be post-commentary here because for some reason my audio wasn't recorded for this first game against Newcastle in the FA Cup semi-final here. But as you'll see, this game was a fairly comfortable one for us to win here. As you'll see, we're just going to see the goals. We scored pretty much the same goal 3 times in a row. Ball across to Omega to tap it in and make it 1-0 here to us in the FA Cup semi-final, like I mentioned. And this game is a big one, considering we did win this trophy last season. We're looking to do the same. And Newcastle would get an attack here, but we'll do well to counter it and get the ball forward here, as you can see, with some great play, patient football on the left-hand side again. And Jerome would get into the box and play it across into Joao Felix, so would make it 2-0 here to us. This time scoring a goal instead of getting the assist like he did last time against Omega, or for Omega to get the goal for the first goal. But as you can see, we're looking pretty good in this game. We're looking pretty dangerous in the attack. And Newcastle would look to get an attack going themselves, but it was good defending from Wolf there, as Mukele was beating by Baltimore, but Wolf was there to help him out. And then we got the ball forward, as you'll see, a great pass inside to Omega. Ball forward again, and this time into Joao Felix on the left-hand side. Would square across into Omega here to wrap up the game and make it 3-0. But would then sim the rest of the game, as you'll see here in a second. And the game, I believe, would end pretty much the same scoreline. As you can see, a 3-1 victory. Let's get into today's episode, which the first game you're going to see, which is live commentary, is this one against Besiktas. Let's get into it. Joao Felix now through here to Jerome making a run. We've got a good opportunity to score. Jerome somehow doesn't score. After scoring 2 goals against Newcastle, what can he do in this one? Jerome opens up some space. They're going to get a shot where Jerome does so. Jerome is denied by Mert, who makes a big save there. Joao Felix, it's a great pass through into Jerome. Surprised it actually worked out the way I wanted it to. Jerome this time does score. And it's 1-0 here to us. The keeper tried to stop us again there, but he couldn't do so. And Jerome makes it 1-0 for us. The Spaniard, a fantastic finish there into the back of the net. Makes it 1-0. And also there was a foul in the build there. We just had to keep going. As you can see, Joao Felix was fouled there. The pass through was incredible there from Felix. And Jerome scores to make it 1-0 to us. You're able to see it. And then from Andre now we can maybe get a counter attack going here. Vimmer. It's been a very quiet episode so far because we've not had to really go down the right hand side. It's been all down the left so far. Jerome back post looking for Omega, who takes it down. Kennedy scored a second, and he scored a second. You'd love to see it, and it's 2-0 here to us. And that's his 6th goal in the Europa League for the season for him in 11 games. You'd love to see that there from him. They've all been the sim games. We haven't played a single game in the Europa League, I believe, up until now. So we've had some fairly easy games that we have been able to sim up until this point. And Besiktas aren't the best team, but I felt like they were a decent other team that they would have been a challenge for us to face in this game, in the semi-final. I'd rather not take the risk of simming the game, at least play the first leg and pick up the win in this one. And we are 2-0 up here so far. Again, I played to half-time, or around half-time. If we make it 3-0, I'll sim the rest of this one as well. But I might just sim it anyway at half-time because I feel like we're not going to get much trouble here from Besiktas if we do sim it. But you never know. Here's Vaclav Journey. Going to get them back into the game. That's a bad cross there from him, and Mukele gets it away. And we've got Udika as well. He used to be a big talent back in the day, the German defender. And that's going to be the half-time break. And I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to simulate the rest of the game. I do feel like we will win this game. They might get a goal, but it's going to be a 4-0 victory in the end anyway. Jerome and Omega get another goal for themselves. and get a brace each and get us the win here in the first leg away from home against Besiktas. And our next game, as you can see, is going to be up against Arsenal in the Premier League. They're currently 7th in the table. They've had a massive fall off for the team they do have. They surprisingly dropped down so much in the table. I didn't expect them to be 7th, but when I saw they were 7th, I was taken aback quite a lot by that. But we're going to take them on here. Like I said, we're currently still top of the table, around 10 points clear. And a big win here for us would be incredible at home, at the Molineux, against Arsenal, who have already beaten so far this season. Last time I played against Arsenal, he scored a great goal. You would have seen that at the start of last episode. Andre. Mate, trying to turn your into him there, but he blocks us off there. Here's Mora. Only plus side to him being small and nimble is we've got the physicality boost on him with every player we do have in the team. Maybe now here's Gomez, a player that you guys said we should possibly sell next season and replace with either Mark Benal, who we have brought into the team, or maybe bring back Ruben Neves to the Wolves squad from Saudi. There's Enquiries. As you saw, he also had Frank Garcia left back, Monogly can be. Martinelli. It's great defending from Agbalulo. It's a player that I've really enjoyed in this team. He's a box, as you can see there in the centre. I see Enquiries as well. Declan Rice puts it in. Looking for Araujo, wins the head, and Vanja makes a save there to stop them from scoring. We need to be careful of that corner routine again. This one's going to be Saka in. It's going to be Saliba. And thankfully, Vanja made a good save there again. I can try and counter João Gomez. Not sure who Rodrigo Gomez is. Why did he make a move towards us there? I was hoping he would have run for the centre, because the space was open there for that. Why did he move towards us there? Good defending there from Abadou. Viminal. Create a bit of room here for a cross and maybe a pass inside here. We do so. Andre. Yorome. He's got Urrington but all over him again, no. Yorome can turn, lift it up, looking for Omega on the header, and Omega's header does find the back of the net there. I'm so surprised that worked out. A little lofted cross there up towards him, and he finds the back of the net. Just imagine how many more goals he would have scored if he was better for us at the start of the season. That would have been amazing. If for the first 6 months of the season he didn't look bad for us as striker in terms of scoring goals, and Yorome does incredible there, lifts it up, and Omega wins the header and finds the back of the net as well there to make it 1-0 to us. Pass it to Declan Rice, who we know can hit them from range. On his side to Rodrigo Mora. Vanja, good save. Well, you've got to say that Arsenal have been a better team in this game. They've had more shots, more opportunities than us, but we've taken ours, and the one that we did score. Good block there from Gomez. Andre now. Puts it back inside. Omega now. Over here to Yorome, that's great play. I'm surprised he actually got to that. And that should be a tap in for Omega. And it's 2-0 here to us. I thought it was a guarantee that Urian Timber would have headed that away there when I played it over the top. I thought he would have done so. But for some reason, he didn't do it. And Yorome got to it. And we play it across there to Omega, who made a run for the centre in between the two centre-backs. And finds the back of the net there. And puts us 2 goals to the good here in this one. Which should have to see. And with wins like this against Arsenal and teams like this, we are well deserving of the Premier League trophy if we do end up winning it at the end of the season, which right now we are all but guaranteed to do so. Okay, Martinelli now, ball inside. Can Agbadu win the header? He does. Mora couldn't win it there. Obviously he wasn't going to win a header against Agbadu there. Across it into João Felix, who does well. Can he chip Raya? That's a fantastic goal. And we are seeing the career resurgence of João Felix here in this Wolves Career Mode, and kind of real life as well. He's playing great right now for Al Nassr in real life, so I'm hoping he can continue doing that and obviously do that on the European stage when he does eventually move back to Europe if he does so. That's a fantastic finish there. And we're 3 goals up here. And we're going to do what we did in the past couple of games. We're going to sim the rest of it as a result should be wrapped up, and it's going to end up being a 3-1 victory. And Saka gets a goal for them later on, but it's only a consolation goal for them. And in the second leg here at home, we simmed it with the second team and got a 1-1 draw here, with them getting a goal let on for themselves, but Hollerback getting a goal for us, which sees us go through 5-1 overall into the final of the Europa League. And as you can see, our next game here is going to be up against Liverpool, 5th in the table. We're currently top of the table, like I mentioned, 27 wins and 7 draws to our name and 0 losses. Let's get into this one. Up against Liverpool, are currently on 59 points, trying to get away from Newcastle and Arsenal, you can see down here, and also Spurs. And maybe Bournemouth as well, they might be able to climb up into that Europa League position that we were finishing last season. As you can see, right now we're pretty much all but guaranteed to win the trophy. 8 points clear of Man City in second place. Let's get into this one. And they also have 2 games ahead of us, so if we win this game, we might be crowned champions. Not in this game at the end of it, but the next game we might be able to win the trophy and get the celebrations. But before that, we do have the FA Cup final as well. Let's get into this game and hopefully beat Liverpool here. 3 games left after this, and Man City have 2, and one of them is against us. So I think even if we lose this game or draw, we will have the trophy celebrations. I'm not too sure about that though, but let's at least try to get a win here first of all, because Liverpool, as we've seen in the past, but a team that can cause issues for us. As Wimmer here opens up the scoring 5 minutes in. A fantastic finish there from him. He's been great at right mid, by the way. As an inside forward at right mid, he is incredible. At Cameron Shadow striker, he was good, but at right mid, he's been incredible for us. And he does well here to get the space and find the finish to make it 1-0 here to us. A great finish at that as well to beat Mohamed Ashfili in goal. And this goal could have just made us Premier League champions. I do think after this game, we are going to be crowned champions, even if we lose. We have a free kick taker in the team. I feel like it's going to be João Felix over this. And it is going to be. He's probably our best free kick taker. Yes, he is. I'm not expecting a miracle from this, but you never know. João Felix just scored a free kick to put us 2-0 up here from a fair distance. João Felix hits it. And that's going to be a corner. Mohamed Ashfili had to make the save. Wimmer now beats Kirkez. He's still going here, Wimmer. He couldn't make it to him. Mohamed Ashfili, what a save that is. Ball blocked by Andre though. If that from him. Ball forward here into Omega. He should be able to, draw the foul there. I didn't expect that from Kirkez, but it is Kirkez at the end of the day. He's a very, very rash player who makes stupid decisions in games. And he might get himself sent off here. It's only going to be a yellow for him. He's lucky it wasn't the last man, and Marquinhos was there as well, because that could have been a red. And might have deserved to be red anyway, even if it wasn't last man, because it was from behind. No intention to play the ball. It's complete. Let's look at Omega there on the breakaway. We get a second free kick here. This time from a more further away position. We're going to take it with João Felix again. Maybe try and just hit this one straight forward here. Kind of a knuckleball up and over the wall, hopefully. And João Felix from this free kick. I'm not expecting this to even be near the... actually, it was a knuckleball, to be fair. Rafinha. What a challenge there, though. I believe Chichua then wins a goal kick for us. You know what? Just give Ekitike the yellow. As he's got an updated Credium face, but not an actual proper face scan just yet. And, oh no, Agbudi's actually picked up an injury there. Oh, Wimmer looked that from you. That was great football from us as well, though. Wimmer, I couldn't feed it through there. And João Felix. Frimpong again there. Just saving him last second, and Kirkez is still on the pitch, interesting. That's risky. In real life, it would have been taken off the second he got that yellow card. There we go, first bit of defending for the team to do without. Agbadu in the back line. Rafinha runs through and scores. And it's 1-1. Yerome. We get the shot away here. Yerome hits it, and Yerome hits the wrong post there. At least he hit a post, and it wasn't a far distance shot away from the goal. Szoboszlai. Wolf, good defending there from him. Blocked by Gravenberch. It's gone back to Szoboszlai. Verts, good defending from Wolf. It's back and forth right now in these situations. Yerome up against Frimpong. That's the issue. We get it inside. João Felix. Good touch. Gets it inside, and João Felix shoots near post, and that's a great goal. That is incredible there from João Felix. I'm so surprised that worked out. The skill move to get inside. 15 goals in 31 games for him in the Prem. What a season he's had for us. And he's got a bunch of assists as well. He's got double digits in both. And just knocks it inside of Konate, drags it away from Marquinhos and shoots near post. and beats Molineux to put us back ahead in this game, which is to see, and it's a great finish as well from him. Over here to Frimpong. Wolf, good defending there from him. Joao Felix inside Omega. Here we go again. There we go. Oh, how is that intercept by Canate? I thought it was going to be a clean through pass there to Yarome and a goal. The Vertzi just inside and Van Dijk was save. For a second I thought they were going to get a tap in there, but thankfully Jackson Chachua somehow stopped him. And Wimmer. How again? No. There we go, Andre. It's blocked to get. Oh my god, we can't get the ball out. We can't play a ball through it. It's to save our lives right now. Verts. Oh no. There we go, Wimmer. Great defending. And it's going to be a moment of truth. And I believe we are going to get the trophy celebration shoot to the crowd. Yes, we are. Let's cut to the Premier League trophy lift. And somehow we've been crowned champions of the Premier League in our second season here as Wolves manager. And well, I thought this would have been the season 3 thing for us to win the Premier League trophy after we finished 5th last season. And obviously we won the FA Cup last season, we've won the Carabao Cup, we're in the FA Cup final after this. But as you can see, the orange and black ribbons are on the Premier League trophy, which look incredible, by the way. It would be nice to see that in real life at some point. Obviously, Wolves, and it's tight getting to lift it. He came off at Akpadu. He's going to get to lift the Premier League trophy as the captain of Wolves. You have to see it. And a well-deserved Premier League trophy as well. We go undefeated so far with 2 games left to spare. Well, I think 3 actually. We're against Fulham, Ipswich and Man City. But let's get into our next game. It's going to be the FA Cup final against Aston Villa. And hopefully go back-to-back in that competition and win that. And Souls as well. Again, I should say. And as you can see, it's time for us to face Aston Villa in the FA Cup final. I can't remember who we beat in the Carabao Cup final, but it might have been Aston Villa. So if it was Aston Villa, then we might have to beat them twice here to win the domestic trophy. Last season we did win this trophy, beating Liverpool. So hopefully do it again and go back-to-back after just winning the Premier League and also win the FA Cup. And then after this, the Europa League as well. Wolf got defending there against them. Whatever the top. Omega should be on side here. And he is. It could be 1-0 here. Omega to beat Molineux, it is unso, and it pushes ahead. 14 minutes in. A great over-the-top through ball by Joao Felix. Finds him. He runs through and blasts it into the back of the net. And I do think next season he's earned the number 9 shirt. Obviously this season we've kept the number 9 vacant since sending Strand Larsen to Real Madrid. And let Holler back and also Omega fight for that position. What the number in the team, and Omega in the second half of the season has earned it, I do believe. And next season I will give him the number 9, and it will be a new number 9 in the team. And Hollerback will keep whatever number he's on. I think number 25 or something like that. I think I gave him. We take the 1-goal lead in this one here from Omega, who puts us ahead. But as we know, Aston Villa do have a pretty good team. It's just whether or not they can get into this game. As we get a chance to maybe score a second straight away here, that would be amazing for us, Yarome. To Joao Felix and through here to Gomez. It could make it 2-0 straight away, and we have done so. And it seems the FA Cup final might be a walk in the park for us, as Joao Gomez seemingly in this competition scored a bunch of goals for us. As you can see, getting well, I think that was 5 in 6 games. I think he's a player that you guys commented we could sell next season, but he's a great player in the team. I don't really want to sell him. Him and Andre are so good in midfield. I do think replacing him with something like Ruben Neves, sorry. It's just Ruben Neves is 30 years of age, 85 rated, and Gomez is 26, 84 rated. I do just feel like replacing him is kind of just replacing him for the sake of replacing him. And it's just a great player in the team. He doesn't do anything wrong. He's not the fastest, but we don't feel he's like a pace. He's always in the right positions. And him and Andre together in midfield form a great partnership that I do like. And I do feel like it would have to be a monumental offer for a certain goal. I'm talking like 100 million for him. So we could make it 3-0 here straight away. Can we make it 3? And it is 3-0. And will Aston Villa in this FA Cup final have not turned up? And I'm surprised, because like I said, this Villa team is decent, but the 5-2-3 I think they play isn't working out for them against us. We're able to beat them fairly comfortably. We did this last time against them, and right now we're 3-0 up inside 25 minutes or so. And this could get a lot worse for Aston Villa in this game. Here is Wimmer. He has a chance here to make it 4. Joao Felix now. And Omega, lovely play. If we score at the end of this, oh, that's incredible. The amount of times I try that in games and it never works out. Is that a hat-trick for Omega? I don't think it is. No. It's 2 goals, I do believe, right? I think it's 2 goals for him in this game right now. He flicks it up and away from the defender in corner and then blasts it into the back of the net. That's great. That's a great goal. We're 4-0 up here in this game. And we're looking unstoppable right now. Okay, Megan our through. Touch from Martin, but it still goes through to him. And this could be 5. And it isn't because he hit the crossbar. Boosh. Ball inside, Tielemans. Memphis Depay hits it and Van Dijk will save. Lovely play here, Minter should be onside. And he is. And it could be 5-0 here. And it's saved by Martinez. Okay, why is that pass gone there? If they end up scoring because of this, I will be frustrated and I've done so. But actually, it's going to be a 4-1 victory. No clean sheet for us. But the FA Cup is won again for us. We won it last season, we win it this season in dominant fashion. Let's get to the trophy list and see Agbadu lift the FA Cup here. And we're so far in this series, we have won 2 FA Cup titles, the Community Shield, the Carabao Cup, and now the Premier League. So we've won 5 trophies in 2 seasons so far. We have 1 more trophy yet to win, the Europa League, which we're going to play next in the final against Villarreal. But you can see the FA Cup is once adorned in the orange ribbons there for us. And we win the domestic treble this season. The question is, can we win a European trophy on top of it as well? And win a quadruple this season as well. Also the Community Shield we did win as well. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but let's get into this our next game against Villarreal and hopefully see similar teams to this one with the Europa League in hand. And as you can see, it's now time to try and win our first European trophy of this series. But the Europa League up for grabs at PSV's host stadium against Villarreal here. Let's get into this one up against the Spanish team and hopefully hand them a loss and see us win 5 trophies in 1 season, which will be massive for us in this season here. To Patrick Wimmer. Just more Wimmer now, create a bit of space, can shoot from range of blocks though by 1/4. Ola Einer. It's good defending there from Wolf to stop them. His header goal was on, let's hit the crossbar. Mikeda couldn't get it away. Malero. He's somehow still got the ball here. It's good defending from Wolf to give away another corner. Oh, that pass isn't really wanted it to be, and Omega didn't really make the run. Patrick Wimmer running through, and Wimmer shoots, and Wimmer scores to give us a lead, a much deserved lead in this game. That's the 2nd goal in the Europa League. I'm surprised he hasn't scored more goals in this competition, to be fair, but he's been a great player for us. Like I said, we've only played 2 games in this competition. The semi-final against Besiktas and also this game here. As Wimmer now makes it 1-0 here. We have a great player. He's been a great player for us in this team. As you've seen throughout this episode, he's been a massive player for us. And makes it 1-0 here, which we'll have to see. That's now ball forward into Jose Perez. The Spaniard into Mkhitaryan. Thankfully, Wolf is there though. Yorome. If Wimmer can get to this, Wimmer doesn't do so. Cardona heads it away. Forces to Yorome, hits it, and Yorome just wide of the post. It's mainly been through the midfield, they've had their chances. Good defending from Mukele. And Yorome. Gomez forward to find Wimmer. Wimmer now, that was meant to go to Joao Felix, but guess not. Yorome now can shoot and can score. No, he can't score. And we kind of only just put power behind it, with not much whip. And hopefully this one ends up in the top left corner of the goal. Joao Felix on the free kick, over the bar. Chachua, good defending there from him. Wimmer. Omega forward. Back to Wimmer, can he double his goal tally in this game? Wimmer shoots and it's saved by the keeper. Malero. Nice to Mola. It cuts me, to be fair. Malero going for the Spaniard. Banjo needs to make a big save, and he's managed to just about do so. I think Malero just got a little bit in 2 minds what to do there, and he messed it up in the end. Great play here, Wimmer. Good move there from him. Ball through into. How is that saved? It ain't going to matter anyway. After this corner, the game will be over. And we're going to be crowned champions of the Europa League. But can we get one more goal for us? Omega, caught by Junior, the goalkeeper, and that's going to be a 1-0 win for us against Villarreal, who were a decent challenge to be fair. Let's cut to the trophy lift and CSO's lift. I believe our 6th trophy of this series so far. And well, here we are winning the Europa League here with Wolves. Something that looked like could have been a possibility a few years ago when Wolves were up and around the Europa League positions in the Premier League, but these days they find themselves to the relegation scrap after a massive fall off in the past couple of years. But here in this series, we're taking them back to, well, we're taking them further than they've ever gone before and taking them to a European trophy here. With Agbadu stepping up to lift the trophy, who thankfully didn't get injured for a long period of time after that Liverpool game, and gets to lift the Europa League here for us. And a well-deserved victory, a big victory for us, and a big statement here in the series that Wolves are a team that are now, well, the kings of their pack and sit top of every, well, competition that we're in so far. And well, that's going to call it for season 2. And what a season it has been. We've won the Premier League trophy. We also managed to win the Community Shield at the start of the season, as you can see right now, on penalties against Liverpool. We then won, where did it keep going over there? Over to the FA Cup. We did beat Aston Villa there, and then in the Carabao Cup, we're going to see who we beat in this one. We beat Chelsea in this one. Where did we? I feel like we played Aston Villa in a cup competition at some point. It might have been last season, but obviously also the Europa League was picked up as a 1-0 victory against Villarreal. Let's look into the stats of the players and show you how they performed. As you can see by the stats, we've had some players performing incredibly in this team. As you'll see right here, we've had Omega with 31 goals and 12 assists. In the end, he turned out to be a great striker for us in the team. Joao Felix with 23 goals and 19 assists from him like cam roll. Patrick Vieira with 23 and 13. Yerome 17 and 16. João Gomez 16 and 10. Showing why we can't sell him. He cannot be sold. He is too integral to this team to be let go of. Andre, I do like him. If it's one of the two midfielders, Andre is the one that we let go of, because João Gomez, with the goals and the assists, he's too important to let go of. And also Andre, though, defensively, he's incredible in the team. He's such a big player for us as well. And Hollaback 13 and 2. And if you scroll down here, we might be able to see Andre there with 3 and 4. I can see that centre mid role as well, doing pretty good for himself. Well, what season has been, we've had some of the same growth of players in the team. And next season, we're going to be in the Champions League. So drop in the comments below players you want to see a sign for this team. Obviously, we're most looking to buy a new left back, possibly a new centre back, because you can see Michele and also Agbado, both 29. I mean, but they both are incredible in the team. We don't really need to sign a new centre back, but we could do so to, well, strengthen up the team even more. And possibly, if we did decide to sell Andre, maybe a new midfielder who's more of a box-to-box and can do well in that position, or maybe put Bernal in the team or Kiergaard into the team to take over that role and buy a backup for them. But right now, I feel like this team's in such a good position that we don't really need to improve it, but obviously we might as well improve it with the money we will get next season. And if you're going to enjoy the episode, drop a like and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching, and goodbye.